Hello, my name is Forrest Gump, and it's the start of the 1960s, and I look back with strong memories on the decade that was the 50s. America entered the 50s in a post-World War II mindset. I hate World War II. My father was killed in D-Day. My uncle was taken prisoner of war. Both my cousins were killed in combat. Somebody shot them for no good particular reason. When I heard we were entering conflict in Korea, I was outraged. I think most of my friends were too. We didn't think that President Truman quite knew what he was doing. It seemed all he wanted to do was stop communism. All he had was a pass from the United Nations to do what he wanted.
The newly elected Dwight D. Eisenhower has formed his presidency around the containment of communism and defense spending for nuclear weaponry. He truly is a modern Republican.
I wish the best for the country, and I will protect America as President of the United States. At least for the first 9 holes.
Yes, sirree. We found out just the other day that Ike was fond of undercover operations to deal with communism and other foreign affairs. The U-2 spy plane incident helped us get the information that they didn't want us to have. They also put a guy named Shaw in power in Iran to try to stop communism. The president wasn't actually supposed to do that stuff. But looking back, it seemed okay. Ike was protecting my country and me.
Well, I'll be darned if it ain't Forrest.
Hello.
Forrest Gump.
Hello, Joe. Joe, I'm just remembering the 1950s and the scares of communism that we had. President Ike did a good job, didn't he?
Yeah, but Joseph McCarthy, he made Ike's job real tough.
Yeah, that man liked to play a game called Duck, Duck, Communist.
Duck. Duck. Communist.
Nice. Yeah, right. All right.
Oh, you're a communist, looks like. So are you.
What?
Oh no.
He was involved in accusing the Rosenbergs, right?
Yeah, and Alger Hiss. He just wanted to nail people in the federal government.
Yeah, they accused him from his pumpkin papers. But I don't know how they make paper out of pumpkins. In fact, they labeled about half the Wisconsin State Department as communists. They caused quite a ruckus throughout America.
America became obsessed with the saying, better dead than red. It gave justification to fighting the Korean War. Oh, hello, Noah.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about the threat of communism in America. I remember when Dwight Eisenhower flew a few drones all over the Soviet Union. Nikita Khrushchev was not very happy about that.
What were you doing over my country?
I was in no way the perpetrator of this incident, and I do not know who or what went into the planning of this mission. I can only presume that this was an attempt to test American vehicles, but it was not an attempt to rain down on the Soviet regime.
You do not threaten me, old man.
I can assure you, Mr. Khrushchev, that America is in no way threatening you or the Soviet Union.
It was later found that Eisenhower had in fact been flying drones to spy on the Russians. U-2 was discovered by the Russians, and they proved that the U.S. was spying. But Ike evaded the hard questions and pushed off the responsibility of the mission to the rest of his administration.
This was in no way an attempt to raise Cold War tensions. There's no need to have fear, but there is a need to be aware of policies that may negatively intercede with the American beliefs.
Before the U-2, Russia launched something called the Sputnik into space.
I remember that.
Yeah, it created quite a row in America because it might have had to do something about spying on us. I guess Eisenhower did a good job of containing communism.
He did.
At least didn't lose China like Truman did. Maybe spying on the communists was good for the goal of containing it.
Yeah, Ike did a good job. I mean, he didn't want them to have free reign over the whole world.
Well, America was trying to save the world from evil, but they ended up being pretty evil to the people in their own country.
I guess.
Yeah. In Ike's farewell speech, he warned everybody of the fears of military buildup.
Yeah, you know, I guess in the 60s, it might be a good idea to follow Ike's goals.
Yesterday, May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court ruled that segregation hinders education and therefore violates the Constitution. Therefore, this overturns the Plessy v. Ferguson ruling of separate but equal over 50 years ago.
But Americans weren't receptive to the efforts of integration. Even I didn't vocally support it, and he let the South go back, and they didn't really support integration. They started all the problems and stuff.
Yeah. In 1957, Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus denied a federal court order designated to desegregate schools.
I remember that.
He didn't let 9 African Americans into Central High School.
Yeah, by that time Ike wouldn't let it happen. He sent the 101st Airborne Division into Central High to desegregate the schools. Yeah, now it's law. Now it's law.
Oh, there's my bus.
I'll
Nice
see
to
you
talk
later.
to
See you
you.
later,
Nice to
Joe.
talk to you
guys.
See you later, Joe.
Good talking to you, too.
Howdy.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Jackson.
I was just on the bus,
Really?
and I sat by the nicest lady I think I've ever met. In fact, that lady was friends with Rosa Parks.
The Rosa Parks from the 1955 bus boycott.
That's right. That lady and Rosa were best good friends. That lady even remembers when Rosa refused to give up her seat to a white man, only on the sole basis of race. She didn't think it was right that he would get to sit down instead of her. The civil rights movement took off in large part because of what Rosa did. Bus boycotts, private cars, carpools, they were all formed by the Montgomery Improvement Association and the Women's Political Council.
I remember Dr. Martin Luther King became a national figure during that time.
That's right, Dr. King was behind lots and lots of boycotts. In fact, he was for the boycotts without violence and peacefulness. He promoted Christian love as a big part of his boycotts.
SCLC was partly led by King, too.
Yeah, Martin Luther King is still doing things for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. They're all for the advancement of African Americans. And King's not afraid to get arrested. It's partly why he's pretty successful down in the South.
There were other people that tried to influence society in the 1950s, too.
Yeah, I had a friend once. Her name was Jenny. She's a hippie now, but she used to be a beatnik. Beatniks followed this man named Jack Kerouac, who wrote a book called On the Road. They're very intellectual and such. I don't really know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, the beatniks are another lost generation, just like F. Scott Fitzgerald in the 20s. They enjoy expressing themselves in the struggles they go through art, music, and poetry. It's kind of too bad that their generation is lost. They influenced a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, my bus is here. I gotta go.
All right. Goodbye, Jackson.
This
nice
is mine,
day.
too.
See you later,
See
Noah.
you later.
I just have a seat right here, son. I'm off me. Alright.
Hello. Looks like a man named the King is coming to town. I might just gander on down there and listen to some of this newfangled music. I know a lot of parents don't agree with the dancing and the lyrics, but I might just give her a try.
Yeah, I mean, as a father, I really can't stand this new kind of music. I mean, it's like the devil singing straight out of hell. The lyrics are just terrible. I mean, my son will disagree about this, but they're just bad. I mean, it's bad enough just to write them and sing it to a bunch of teens cheering and screaming for you. That's just unacceptable.
God, I hate you.
Be home by 11.
Okay.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Here's some advice for all you dedicated Apush students.
Don't fall behind. If you find yourself behind, catch up ASAP.
There's the least amount of stress when you stay on track or slightly ahead. But A-Push isn't like track. It's a marathon, not a sprint. be sure to pace yourself and maintain steady notes throughout the year.
Do the notes in small portions. Don't try to do it all at once. If you do it all at once, you won't retain it as well.
Lectures and tests will coincide with notes you already took, so take good notes.
Course notes are helpers. Do not just use course notes. Course notes are for students looking for what to write about.
Start studying for the AP exam early, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. And find some online tests that'll help you with your confidence on the test.
And that's all I have to say about that.